What's up, Reject Nation? I'm Greg Alba.
And I'm John Humphrey.
We're gonna watch the trailer for The Invisible Man. Ooh. Get it? Check out our Patreon page. Over there we do weekly Q&As and TV show reaction stream-alongs for too many shows. We need to trim it down. And you sync up with the time code, and those TV shows are Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Gotham, Stranger Things Season 3, Haunting of Hill House Season 1, Cobra Kai Season 2, and there are several shows where we do have the stream-along option, but we also edit reaction highlights for, so you don't have to worry about streaming and syncing up. And those shows are Supernatural, Hunter x Hunter, Code Geass, Death Note, One Punch Man, My Hero Academia, movie included, Attack on Titan, and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. He does music video reactions weekly. Let's swing into action, shall we?
As the attorney representing Adrian's trust, I'm required to read a prepared statement. Cecilia, although our relationship was far from perfect, I thought that you would talk to me rather than run away.
Are you okay? What happened to him?
He cut his wrist. Per his final wishes, you're getting $5 million. Contingent, of course, on the fine print. He can't be ruled to be mentally incompetent.
Ooh, a lot more grounded than I expected it to be.
Oh yeah, very different premise this time.
Getting your freedom back, okay? Don't let him haunt you.
Hello?
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to be scared of him anymore.
He was a sociopath, completely in control
Oh.
of everything. He said that wherever I went, he would find me, walk right up to me, and I wouldn't be able to see him.
Okay.
Someone sitting in that chair. I found something.
Nipple-cellas.
What I'm experiencing. You need help. Adrian is dead. I went to his house.
I love this. This is a great take.
I have a pile of ashes in a box that would disagree with you.
He has figured out a way to be invisible.
The only thing more brilliant than inventing something that makes you invisible is coming up with the perfect way to torture you, even in death. Adrian's true genius was how he got in people's heads.
Don't come any closer.
I'm not crazy. Please listen to me.
You're saying the person trying to kill you is
Whoa.
He has a little bit of upgrade action.
Where are you? Where are you? Show yourself! Come on! There you are.
Okay, you can stop
Very
now.
revealing
You
trailer.
can stop now. Sweet.
Yeah.
Whannell killing it! Woo! Man, the Dark Universe is really shaping into something special. I can't wait for Tom Cruise to cross over into this.
Oh yeah, Johnny Depp looks amazing in the lead here. It's about time. Finally, we're getting what we wanted from this.
Practically unrecognizable.
True that.
Well, whew, I wasn't expecting that. I didn't do any research on this specific film. I knew that they were making it. I knew Leigh Whannell was making it. And after Upgrade, I pretty much am super jacked for anything he's going to do. I love the approach. They've taken the psychological horror approach.
Yeah.
You have this setup of a victim who suffered from domestic violence. And this guy, like, as they were talking about in the trailer, he's a master manipulator, narcissist, a full-on emotional and physical abuser. That idea of a victim being not feeling like she's truly let go, even though this person is now dead. So I love the concept of the invisible man haunting her, and it makes sense why everyone would think she's crazy. I kind of wish the trailer didn't show as much as it did towards the end, especially when you see that he is invisible. It is called the Invisible Man. But I would have liked it if, at least going into it, if they were going to tinker a bit with having the audience go, maybe she is just crazy. maybe she has lost her mind. I mean, obviously she hasn't, but I like the game of being that audience member, of wondering that, of, is this movie going to go that route? Is this really just in her head? I think the setup to have it be a personal experience for this character, it's not too big, they're not overdoing it, and you still get a very personal character journey, and a lot of horror movies riff on the theme of grief right now, and this is a different kind of way to do it. Someone who is suffering from a traumatic experience, and by defeating the Invisible Man, she might be able to overcome her grief.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice visual metaphor for sure. I mean, it makes a whole lot of sense, especially when you think of the attachments we form to people and what they leave behind in their absence and the ugliness that can be, as well as the more mournful, heartfelt things that can be. So yeah, this feels like a take that could illuminate some other things under the hood of that story. And yeah, I mean, I think it's a really nice twist to go, what if instead of going crazy after he figured this out, this was just a guy who was already kind of a bad guy to begin with, and then he figured out how to become invisible. I am a bit taken aback that the movie decided to show us what appears to be so much, but I do hope that in the actual viewing experience, yeah, they maybe utilize that kind of paranoia. I'm sure they will for the lead character, because that's got to break her down some, is the whole, maybe it is just in my head. I do hope they can convincingly play that note a little bit throughout the movie, because yeah, I love how grounded it looks. The casting is great. I mean, they don't really focus on him very much, but Oliver Jackson Cohen is from Haunting of Hill House, and he's a terrific actor. The level of like traumatic life he had to portray in that show, I can only imagine what, you know, his performance, even though not the main point, is going to be. And then Elisabeth Moss is just she's just on another level in terms of the horrifying depths she can go to as a performer. Yeah. And yeah, for the Blumhouse model, like, this is the perfect. It's funny. It's like if we needed the Dark Universe to fail to get us to something like this. I mean, obviously, I haven't seen it yet, but this looks like the kind of thing I would love to see more of these classic horror movies try out as something grounded. You know?
Yeah, I don't know the source material that the Invisible Man is based off of. I've never read it, but I think for an updated version of this to make something feel a lot more tangible, and I keep using the word personal, I'm just surprised by how involved it is and how this seems character driven and putting you in the fearful shoes of the protagonist. It's more than just like, oh, we're gonna watch, a cast of characters get offed by the invisible guy and have a lot of cool gimmicks. With Leigh Whannell, with what he did with Upgrade, and then, with his hand in Saw of being able to toy around with set pieces, I just think that there's gonna be a lot of cool visual motifs as well. I'm also really loving the way this movie is shot. It's like, yeah, we've seen what he can do with Upgrade, and there had some earmarks that kind of reminded me of James Wan, but here I'm even getting some Jordan Peele vibes, and the way his direction is done. The cinematography here looks great. With the technology that we have now, like the invisible gimmick, has something we've been able to do for decades, but I think he can bring a special touch, an added layer to it that we haven't seen done before, that could feel more believable, perhaps. I'm actually really I'm surprised by this.
Yeah,
I'm pretty surprised.
It can also play on some of the, paranormal horror is really popular, and so I feel like it can play on some of those types of images, but with an altogether different inspiration for them. It's not just a disembodied spirit, it's a very embodied spirit.
Yeah.
That's causing havoc.
Well, guys, are you excited for this take on the Invisible Man? No, we are. You should comment below and let us know. Elisabeth Moss killing it with Universal's Us. And now, back to this one. She's their Universal horror girl.
Universal Blumhouse monkey paw chick.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for being here. You guys can subscribe to The Real Rejects. Please click our notification bell to get notified whenever we got a YouTube video up. You can check us on Patreon, like I said earlier. And hey, I'd like to give a patron of the day shout out to a man named Philip J. Smith Jr. Now, if there's one man who has definitely declared himself to be invisible at our Patreon page, it's this gentleman right here. We were talking for a while, don't know where he vanished off to. Philip could be in this room right now.
Is that you, Phil?
Oh, Phil. Don't rub your... Oh, it was a lot bigger than I expected it to be. Guys, Phil has a big dick.